to come into your space from the hubble bubble of outside, and the courtyard upstairs and into this room, and your space on the mat. But noticing the overall sensation of the body as it rests in the support of the ground. And feeling the magnetic pull of gravity, inviting you to let go and release. So I would suggest there are some of you who, for whatever reason, it's okay, you have your legs quite tightly close together. If you open them a little wider, you can release your feet out to the side rather than push the feet to put there's tension in the feet generally with people who keep their legs close together. So that's okay. If that's what you need, it's fine. But yeah, letting the feet drop out to the side. And let's begin with an overall sense of softening through the entire body. So taking a deep breath, and on the exhale, feel as if you're letting everything sink down into gravity. And maybe you can bring your attention. So when I say bring your attention, bringing the mind goes in directions, it makes images, it makes sounds and things like that. But if you imagine the mind as an eye or one of those surveillance cameras, the lens that moves around and follows you. So now bringing that camera into the muscles of your scalp or the area of your scalp. And just imagine softening the scalp, the forehead, the eyes sinking into the socket, the ears, and the cheeks, and allowing the jaw to release. And a little smile, sometimes a smile, and then releasing it to just the remainders of the smile can help to relax the facial muscles. Maybe have a swallow to release the throat. That's right. Feeling the sense of now, your time here on the mat, devoted to the care of you in this time we're going to spend together. And just take a moment now, should you need to adjust yourself into even more comfortably into the ground and allow your body to breathe you. So allowing the body to breathe you and letting go with every out breath. Now you already know that when you begin to observe and follow the experience of your breath, you are practicing a form of mindfulness. And the act of placing your mind's eye attention on a physical experience, feeling into the shifts and changes, as everything else seems to recede to the edges and fade into the background. So bowing out for now, leaving your mind to the fullness of its abilities to dive deeply into this experience as you're breathing rhythmically and easily now. And you can easily observe your breath by counting through the inhalation at your own pace. And when you begin the exhale counting down at the same pace, you can add on another 2 or 3. So when we breathe a longer exhale than the inhale, that automatically triggers the relaxation of the autonomic or the parasympathetic nervous system. Your heart will begin to rest at its normal rate, beating rhythmically and calmly. Your breathing getting even softer as it deepens, only as far as feels comfortable to you. And like this, your whole system can begin to relax, only as much as it needs to release tension. So what would it be like to take a moment now and simply follow the passage of your breath? And when you get comfortable with this, can you dive even deeper into noticing the nuances, the slight shifts and changes along the breath walk? Noticing as if observing from a distance, letting it happen, and feeling at home with your breath. And you can relax, safe in the knowing that the more you bring your mind's focus into the bodily experience, the sensations of the breath and the feeling of your body, going through now, gliding your awareness first to the back of your head, the beginning of the spinal column just beneath the cranium, moving down through the stack of vertebrae, and feeling outwards sideways from the pit of the throat into the collarbones and out through the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, the connection of the top arm bones into the shoulder socket, through to the inner and outer elbows, the forearms and the wrist, branching into the thumbs, and then each finger back down into the webbing of those fingers and along the top of the hand, sensing the small bones linking each finger into the wrist, all the way along the arms, the armpits, and to the sides of the torso, and the ribs encasing the lungs, and the lungs slightly wrapping around the heart a little to the left. Notice the abdomen, the area below the ribs, the solar plexus, as you continue to breathe rhythmically and easily. And then below the navel, a couple of inches, being aware of the center of the body that is so key in the practices of martial arts, Tai Chi, Qigong, for attention in that space helps maintain stability and balance. And moving down through the pelvic structure on either side, left and right, thigh bones slotting into the lubricated curve of the pelvic socket, muscles attaching down through the front of the thighs, the quadriceps, the back of the legs, the hamstrings, through the knee, back and front, all the way down along the calves and shins to the ankles, and the heel, and the soles, and the padding behind the toes, and the toes, and the top of the toes, and the foot. And then all the way up to where we began, at the top of your head, the crown. I'm beginning now to feel your breath as you breathe in, this movement of energy down all the way from the top to your feet. And on the exhale, this sense of the energy moving upwards, the breath moving down into the body and the breath moving out of the body upwards. So take a few breaths, feeling that sense of movement of the entire body with each breath. Just following the energy downwards and upwards. And then focusing your attention on the center point just below the navel. Imagine that as you are inhaling, you are opening out to the universe and everything around you, And as you exhale, you return back again, smoothly flowing, always ebbing back and forth. Maybe a sense of feeling a little more connected to the all that is. And then as we come towards the end of this relaxation and meditation, allow your body to move, following any natural instinct to stretch, wriggle and jiggle in any way that feels right to you. And making sure that you round it off when you've done your stretching and movement by bringing your knees into your chest. So you have time, a minute or so, to really do your own stretching. Remember to keep feeling the breath as you move through this session today, being aware of your breath. So, when you've shaken yourself out and woken yourself up a little bit, and just moved, I like to put my legs up above and just shake them, shake everything. But that's just something I like to do. Everybody has different things they enjoy. And bringing your feet down with the knees bent, usual hips width apart, and we'll begin with the inhale and arch. So remembering only that on the inhale, you feel the whole of the lower back curving and arching, and then on the exhale, you feel that belly muscle zipping up from pubic bone down from the ribs, so they're bringing the muscles towards the center, pressing the whole of the lower back into the floor. And again, this arch. And when you're coming down on the exhale, also have this sense of trying to move the tailbone off the floor so that you're not moving it off the floor. So that's just a focus when we do all kinds of movements like cat-cow, to focus on the tailbone. So take a few of those, and when you come to the exhale, stop and then begin again. Take a breath if you need to. So really to feel this beginning slowly, feel the back of your shoulders end. And remember to keep focus on your feet as well while you're doing that, being aware of the feet on the ground. Just a gentle awakening. And then now we're going to go a little further with that. And we're going to take the inhale and arch, and on the exhale, we're going to press, zip up the belly muscles, press the back into the ground, and then tighten up the glutes on the side of the buttocks and just almost lift the tailbone off the ground, but nothing else. So we're going in stages here. So now you can begin to lift the tailbone off the ground and feel the tightening of the top, the quadriceps. Okay. And then bringing your feet together and opening the arms out to the side, palms down. Just making sure your shoulders are aligned. You should be able to have your arms out quite wide. You should have enough space. Oh gosh. Okay, and the knees together and the ankles together to start with, and you can let them go where they will when we do. So we're going to breathe in, and on the exhale, we're going to bring the knees down to the right, and then open the left palm with that thumb moving backwards. Feel the whole movement up your arm to the shoulders as you bring the knees down and turn the head towards the thumb. So going so slowly, seeing just how far your body allows you to go. And take a breath there. And then to come back up again, use the belly muscles, zip up, zip down, and you'll find it much easier to bring the knees up. Bring the palm flat to the ground and down to the left-hand side now, the same thing on the exhale, opening the palm, feeling that stretch from the thumb all the way along the arm to the shoulder, same as you feel it in the legs, turning the head to look at the thumb. And then remembering to use your belly muscles to come back up again. Continue to go back and forth in your own time, really taking luxuriously slow movements and remembering to keep turning the palm away from the knees, the head towards the palm, palm down as you come to center, etc. So feel this flow of moving different parts in harmony with each other. And then bringing the hands down by the side and bring the knees into the chest. So just to realign a little after twisting and taking the knees, you can pull the knees into the chest towards you and then let them go. And then take a hand on each kneecap and open the legs wide with the knees bent still and begin to circle that thigh bone in the socket. And as you're doing that, you can bring your bottom down, your tailbone down to the ground and bring it up as you come back. Just feel this whole movement, feel the movement in your shoulders as you're doing that as well. And then when you come up to bringing the knees in again, open and do it on the other way around. So you're opening out and going down and then pulling back, whichever way is the opposite way. Really feel into the socket there. Feel this sense of the thigh bone generating synovial fluid. And then bring the right hand into your chest towards you and extend the left leg all the way. Okay. So extend the left leg and flex the foot. So take a breath in. On the exhale, pull the knee towards you and push the other one away. Let go. Breathe in. Push and pull. You pushing that leg away. Generally, you've got the leg down on the ground, but if something feels more comfortable to you to do it, that's fine. Okay, and then we're going to bring that knee down, foot down, bring the other foot up, and we're going to change. So now the opposite leg is being pulled in and the other one's being extended out, okay, with the foot legs. So breathing in, breathing out, pull and push. So you get the idea, inhale, release, exhale, pull and push. Really feel into the legs, you flex that foot and tightening up the whole of the leg that's extended. And we're going to bring both knees into the chest. And we're going to alternate. So as we bring one knee in a little bit, we're going to allow the other one. It's not going to go down onto the ground, it's going to extend and point. And then flex and come back. So you hold, clasp one knee, extend and point the other leg, and feel this movement. So it's off the ground now. Try to keep it as low to the ground as you can and use those belly muscles. Breathe in to exchange your hand from one knee to the other. Breathe out to push and pull. Okay. And then bring the knees into the chest again, roll them around a little bit. And now I'm going to bring the feet flat on the floor and bring both legs extended. with the feet flexed. Okay. So this is going to require you to use your belly muscles here, the zipping up and zipping down. So you breathe in to prepare. And on the exhale, flexing the right ankle, the right foot, okay? You're going to push it and lift it up. So that's just preparation, talking there. So breathing in, on the exhale, push that foot and the heel away from you, lift up the leg as high as you can, and then point it as you come down. Keep your belly muscles really strong for this. So the heel hits the ground, then pushes away and lifts up, pointing it to come down. Belly muscles strong. Just doing on one side at the moment. And bring the leg down, let it drop out. And now the same with the other one. So we flex the leg, lift it up, point it, bring it down, heel to the ground, flex, lift up. You get no idea here. Slower you go, the better it is for your body at this stage of the practice. Okay, and then bringing the feet together, and the soles touching. Okay, we're going to bring the hands up above our head, if that's comfortable for you. If you can get your arms down on the ground, and then bring the fingertips to a V above the top of your head, that's fine. Okay, and just take a breath in. Now you've got the soles of the feet connected. Take a breath in. On the exhale, belly muscles strong, push into those feet, really push into them and let go. Inhale to let go, exhale to push. And just noticing where your glutes should be tightening up here on the side of your hips. Just noticing if you get more push on one side, if one side is stronger than the other or not. Maybe they're just the same. Keep those belly muscles really zipping them up as you push in. And then we're going to bring the left leg is come up with the knee bent, and it's going to cross over, the ankle's going to cross over the other leg. You know this position already. Okay, so cross the ankle over the opposite leg, lovely, okay. And flex the foot of the cross leg, that's the left leg now. And we're going to take a moment, breathe in, and on the exhale, we're going to push on the thigh. Keep the foot flexed, push on the thigh, and let go. So do that 3 times, breathe in, flex the foot, push on the thigh, really hard, and let go. Keep that foot flexed, whatever you do. You take the knee. And then now you can lift up the foot on the ground and bring your hands clasping around the thigh of that leg and pull the thigh towards you on the outwards. So breathing in, exhale, inhale, pull the thigh towards you, keep the foot flexed, and notice whether you're feeling that in the side of your hips, probably around the sort of buttocks to the side of the hips. Use your breath to prepare in and out to pull. And if you want to keep your leg up in the air for that, it makes it work better for you, fine. Doesn't make much difference for me, but try it at different levels of being straight up in the air or just dangling down. Sometimes it's stronger when it's just dangling down. It's different for everyone. Okay, and then bring your hands to the side, just so that you've got some stability there, a little out to the side, but then pointing in a V shape down. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to bring that whole, the legs down to the right-hand side. if you've got your left leg on top, and just slowly feel that, keep that foot flexed. You're aiming the heel towards the ground. Okay. Don't have to go all the way. Take a breath in, pull those belly muscles in as you come up again, and go down to the other side, and now you're bringing the knee down. Inhaling to center, exhaling, zipping up the belly muscles down across the body. Always use the belly muscles when you come up. Then bring the foot down and underfoot after you brought the other foot down. Okay, just stick the legs up in the air, shake them around a little bit. I tend to flex my feet and then push my heels up so that it shakes the whole of your legs rather than just shaking them around. Back to you. Then come down again. Coming on to the other side now, we're going to cross over, same thing as before, and pressing down on the thigh, the legs crossed, the foot flexed. We then push and resist. We then push and resist. So you get the idea, you're pushing and resisting. Okay, and then you're going to wrap your hands round the thigh, okay, of the leg of the foot on the floor, you can be there, and maybe your elbow coming to the thigh of the cross leg, and you can pull it towards you and feel stretching on the outer thigh of the leg that's crossed over the top. And again, you can bring the leg up if you want to. If that works, it actually gives me less push, so you decide. I quite like my leg gently down. As I said, all up to you. So feel that working into that area of the glutes there on the side. And then arms out to the side. Breathe in, and we're going to bring that, as if we're trying to bring that top heel down to the ground. You can put the other foot on the floor if you want. Top heel down towards the ground, still kept in that same position. When you come up, remember, zip up, breathe in, zip up, and then down to the other side, flexing the foot all the time, bringing the knee down this time. So one side you bring that heel towards the floor, the other side you bring the knee down. Okay, bring the foot down, unhook the leg. Okay, bring the legs up in the air and shake them a little bit again. And now we're going to bring the left leg down and extend it. Okay, hold on to the right leg with the right hand, fingers on the left hips. Breathe in and slowly open that leg while you're pulling the hip, the left side of the hip away. Okay, opening it out. And if you want to, you can hold it under the thigh, maybe open the leg out. Extend it. Again, that's up to you, or you can just have it bent and fold it over. You just get a stretch of the hamstrings by extending it, but don't strain anything there. Okay, bending the knee again if you stretch it out. Bring it across. Take hold of it with the left hand, right hand down to the side. Breathe in, and on the exhale, pull the leg across the body. And if you want to here, you can also extend the leg and just do it very slowly, feel what's going on. And then you can lift your bottom off the ground and bring it all the way across. Really feel that stretch along, probably along the area of the sciatic nerve. Slowly starting to talk back of the hip. Okay. And before you come, bring that leg up again, bend it at the knee and bring it up again. Okay, and then bring the foot down and extend the leg, let it drop out. Both legs drop out. Same thing with the other one now, bring that up in the air. Hips, fingers to the hips on the opposite side, breathe in and open that leg, really open it wide. You can remember to breathe into it. And then holding it just underneath the thigh, maybe you can extend it. Again, this is just an addition if you fancy doing that. Extending it as you open it out. Keep the other leg foot flexed. And then bending the knee, bring it back again. Crossing the body, holding with the other hand. Opening the arm out to the side. And pulling that knee all the way across the body. And then maybe you want to extend it and do a really long, really stretching the leg on that side. Okay, great. Coming back again this time, and feet up in the air, shaking the legs, and this time going to shake the ankles. Okay, hold on to whatever you need to hold on to. We're going to move the ankles in circles, and then bringing the heels together, we're going to windscreen wiper the ankles open. Okay. And bring the toes together, the ankles, toes, ankles. Shake the legs again. And see if you can bring the feet down. This is very strong on the belly muscles here. You can just bring down. Breathe in, and on the exhale, lower the legs, straightened out as far as you can go. Keep those belly muscles really strong and bring them down to the ground really slowly. And bring the knees to bend again. Okay. And just take a moment to inhale and arch and lift your bottom off the ground in a dynamic bridge. And sink the feet into the ground. And bring the knees into the chest, roll around and get ready to come up to sitting. So we'll just get the stretches out now. So to get yourself positioned comfortably, you choose to sit on. So let's bring the stretches. So bring the stretching out because you've got different size stretches. Some of them are stretchier than others, right? Some of them, like mine's a very strong one. Okay. You've got a fairly strong one, and some people that's quite a top, yes. So, you know, it takes me a lot of muscle effort to stretch it out that far as opposed to if it were thinner. So just bring it in and stretch it to the point where you've just got it and it feels taut. Not so that it's all limp. I mean, if I went like that, it wouldn't feel much, but it feels taut. Yeah, your bones, your fists are at the edge of the knees. You can sit however you want, don't have to sit cross-legged, you can sit with the legs out wide. Just a moment now to really breathe in and bring the elbows close to your body, yeah, close to your side, okay, and then lift your hands up a little bit and stretch those stretches just a little bit. See how low I've got them. Should feel the muscles really strong there. Okay, bring them back again. Breathe in. The belly muscles stretch again just a little bit above your thighs. Okay, or your knees. And then we're going to now test bringing it up. So we're going to lift the arms up. Okay, and stretch. Really stretch and bring it down. So pull your shoulders back and allow it to come down really slowly. Pull the belly muscles in as you do this. Really. Breathe in. Stretch again out and lift them up. Come down. 2 more times you're going to do that. Open them. Lift up. Shouldn't be too easy to do. There should be a lot of tension in your stretching. As you come down, you should really feel those muscles working. And back again. Last time. Opening wide, stretching. And back again. So now we're going to bring the stretching to the side. Okay. Bring the hand over our head. I'm going to stretch it so that we can stretch ourselves. So put one hand on the ground, and you might need to hold the stretching close, but I don't know, you've got to check it, pull it, and then you're really going to stretch, feeling from the hip on the side of the raised arm, all the way along that arm. And if you're not feeling too much, you can hold the stretch even closer and get much more of the stretch. So breathe in. Now we're going to open out. So we're opening out. Do this really slowly, opening out behind all the fascia in the front of your shoulder. Everything is really being stretched now and unstuck by doing this. So you should be able to look back, okay, and pull that back as far as you can behind you. Just holding it there. Because the longer we hold it, the more it gets unstuck. Just open this feeling of expansion. And then slowly come down, keep your belly muscles active here. And around again. And we go to the other side and do that. So bring the hand down to the ground. Stretch it, lift up the arm. It should be quite taut. Okay. And then just feel the stretching here on the side of, from the side of the hips all the way up the side of your body. And then breathe in and breathe out. Slowly push that stretchy away so your arms straighten. Open that arm out. Really open it out. So really open the, we're opening the, what's those muscles at the front of the chest, beginning with P, I've completely forgotten. Pectorals, that's right. We're sort of opening around the front of the shoulder. So you should be able to pull it back and then come up and holding it there a bit. And then come up again. Okay. Roll the shoulders a little. Yes, we're going to do more of that because yesterday I was sitting down and I got up and I thought, oh God, my back's hurting again. Right, so I got down on the ground and I did this like an hour's yoga session, just making it up so I went along. And I did loads of movements like this, which completely stretched out the back, and it felt much better afterwards. So, you know, we don't often do much to stretch. I don't know if you were here last week when I was explaining about that diamond in the back of the fascia and everything. And you can imagine just unstick it, you know, which is different from stretching the regular muscles. Okay, so bringing the arms up. Okay, no stretching this time. Make a fist. Okay, hold the arms. Try to bring that fist down. I feel the stretching on the top of that wrist. Open up. Again, down. Open up. So you're stretching the fingers upwards, flexing and extending, flexing and extending. And then we're going to start twirling the wrists one way, then the other. And then we're going to do the whole arms going round and round like this. Keep those fingers stretched out, going backwards now. So keep the hands really stretched out. We're not twirling from the wrist, but the whole arm straight. We're twirling the whole arm from that's it, yes. Okay, and then come in the front. Open out, really open out, come to the front again, open out. Come to the front again, open out. Now let's see how afterward. Meeting each other. And keep going until you come up to the top. And then when you get to the top, cross your wrists. Okay, one on top of the other. Turn the palms towards each other. Okay. So you cross, so you get to the top, cross your wrists. Your palms are both facing forward. Then turn the palms towards each other and clasp the fingers. So breathe in. And on the exhale, reach back. I don't know why I keep myself in cross-legged. Chin up. Okay, and then stretching to the side. So what we're doing here is we're using the elbow as the puller to stretch. It's easy to go like that, okay, which is stretching from the waist. But I'm using the elbow, so I'm pushing onto the elbow and really feeling as if I'm trying to stretch the elbow away from the hip. So if you focus in on there, come up again, breathe in and stretch again. Okay, unclasp the arms, hands to the shoulders, roll the shoulders. And then open your legs out wide. So you're not to be cross-legged anymore, shake them out a bit. And we'll bring one arm out behind our back. Okay, pull the shoulders back. Okay, bring the other arm opened out. We're going to lift it up. Breathing in, and then on the exhale, tighten up these legs and bring yourself towards, like a curve towards the toe. You won't go necessarily reach your toe, but the idea is, come back again, okay, so what people are doing here is trying to reach their toe here. I want you to bring the arm up first by your ear, and it doesn't matter if you don't get very far, okay, so by the ear, breathe in, curving the arm towards the toe. Breathe in, and then on the exhale, you could, don't bring your arm in front of your head. Okay, just keep it by the ear, and then you're going to stretch. So you're feeling the stretch is in your lower back on the right hand side to the side. That's it. Okay. Breathing into that. Make a fist, bend the elbow, come back. Okay, right. So here we go again. Opening the arm, this time come bring it up, curve it round the head like that, push back as far as you can, and then we're going to just feel as if that arm, you're spinning slightly, feel as if the arm's stretching towards the toe. So you're not trying to reach your toes like that, so you're just stretching, so it's a different part of the body that we're stretching here. Okay, look away from the toe. Breathe in, breathe out, feel the stretch. Use the belly muscles, pull the belly muscles in, stretch a little further. Make a fist, bend the elbow, pull the belly muscles in and come back. Okay, right. And then we're going to open the legs wide, and I'm going to begin to now curving the back. So we've got a nice stretch in the back, so we're not bending from the waist, from the thigh piece here, which is let's go and stretch the hamstrings. We're going to curve the back. So just curving that back, pushing out the lower back, and then crawling slowly towards, keeping that lower back. Get your fingers on the floor and push. Maybe what we need to first, I don't want to experimenting with this. Breathe in, push your fingers away so you're curving that lower back. Press the legs into the ground. And then slowly pull the fingers back. Come back to center, and now we're going to put your hands behind you here. And we're going to breathe in, breathe out, and we're going to open, inhale, open that chest. So pull the shoulder blades together. Okay, and see if you can just lift up a little bit onto your heels. and come down again. Okay, so let's come onto our hands and knees. So we're going to practice turning the toes under here, and we'll be doing the shoulders sort of lined up, okay, and pulling the shoulders back, but not too far down your back, but just pulling them back. So you've got the chest pushing out. Inhale, right, and feel that the cat-cow sort of thing when you breathe in and you lift your head up, and then we're doing cat-cow just to begin. Okay, pushing the hands into the ground so you can feel the stretch along the back of the shoulders. Breathing out when you curve that lower back, and breathing in when you lift your head up and really, really stretch the front of your body. Okay, and then come onto the toes, and we're just going to pull the shoulders back with the hopper an inch above the ground. That's easy to hover like this, 6 inches above the ground. It's not so easy to hover an inch above the ground. Hold it as long as it feels comfortable and come down again, come up again. And pull the belly muscles in, use them. Okay, come down. Very good for building up the strength. Okay, so now we're going to come into thread the needle. So just one hand going sweeping back and forth. Okay, bringing down. You can bring your elbow up if your shoulders are messy or anything like that. Bring the arm up. Okay, and then thread it through. Adjust the standing arm, bend the standing arm as you thread it through. Turn the palm to face the ground. Okay, bring your head down and then reach with that top arm as far as you can. So really feeling this cross stretch along the back. Pull the finger back. In the other hand underneath, and the same thing, just back and forth a little bit. I actually prefer to hold on to my shoulder and lift up my arm like that. Stretching that then coming through and up, and then coming fully down, bend the standing arm, bring that other arm underneath it, turn the palm to face the ground, pull the other one as far away as you possibly can, and just hold into that, bring your head to the ground, breathe into it. Pull the back arm back. Pull the other arm forwards. And we're going to come into the child. So open the knees wide. Okay, bring the toes together. And then slowly push yourself back. Bottom towards the heel. Okay, stretching those arms out in front of you. The more you pull the arms up, you're going to feel the stretch along the back. Breathe in, breathe out, relax into it. And then from there, come up on your elbows, and your forearms, should I say. Bring the knees, hips width apart, and slowly begin to pull the knees back as we're going to come down onto our tummies. So as you come down onto your stomach, you may sense your lower back will be sinking. That's what happens normally. So we're just going to have the hands in front of us, palms out in the sphinx pose. Zipping up the belly muscles first, tightening up those glutes. Just notice the differences between each one individually. Tighten the glutes up and then let them go. Notice what happens elsewhere in the body. Tightening the glutes up. There's a slight lifting of the belly. So tightening the glutes. letting them go. Now we're going to zip up the belly muscles, zip them down, zip them up. Feel the tummy lifting as you do that. Let go, zip down, zip up. Tighten the glutes, both together, and press into the forearms and just lift yourself up a little bit. So lifting yourself up from the belly, tightening up that, the belly zipped up and zipped down, the glutes are tightened. And then slowly come down. And now we're going to bring our everything to the ground. We're going to bring the hands behind us. Okay. Arms facing upwards. And we're going to do the locust pose. So pull the shoulders back a little away from the ground. Inhale on the exhale, tighten up the belly, tighten up the buttocks, the glutes, and then reach those hands back and find yourself being pulled backwards. Holding it there. Slowly coming down, bring the head to the ground. Now those of you who want to lift your legs off at the same time, feel free to do so. I find it difficult with my knees, so coming back up again, tightening up those belly muscles, zipping up, zipping down, tightening the glutes, and reaching those fingers back. Maybe even just lift your feet off the ground, tightening up those legs. And coming down. Okay. And then we're going to bring the hands under our head. Okay. We're going to bend the knees. Where we are, so bend the knees up. And then we're going to just slowly windscreen work, like we're just rolling pelvis, but we're doing windscreen workers on our tummy. Bring the legs down. And then bring the hands to beside your shoulders. Breathe in and tighten up the belly, come up and back onto the hands and knees. I'm going to do that little bird dog on the other side before you come up to standing. Okay, so left leg out, turn the toes under, again press into the toes. Maybe you can hover the other knee off the ground to really push onto the putting the pressure onto the back of your legs, stretching that muscle there. Coming down, and we're going to push the heel out to level the hips, push the heel to lift the leg and bring the opposite arm forward. And then we come in, elbow to knee, push forwards, push back, elbow to knee, push the foot back, keep the foot flexed, elbow to knee, push back, and come down. Okay, bring yourself into a tiny little child quickly. Okay, just the knees together if you wish, and then bring the hands behind you so you relax the wrists. Then roll. Bring your hands out again. You do it on the other side now, so the other leg comes back. Turn the toes under, begin to just stretch the calf muscles there at the back. And if you want to press onto that toe and hover the other knee, feel the stretch even stronger. And then we're going to level the hips, push that foot back and slightly lift it, and bring the opposite arm out, holding it there for a little bit, using the belly muscles to strengthen, zipping them up and down, and then elbow to knee. Inhale as you stretch out, exhale as you come elbow to knee. I hate this one too. I actually hate it. It's supposed to be the exercise you should do every day. And bring the hands down, and then come up into a dog. So turning the toes under and pushing the toes up, lifting up the bottom, pushing the arms away, head between the arms, heels towards the ground, and begin to walk your dog, bending the knee. Remember to keep those shoulders drawn towards each other in the back. And then we're going to lift up, come onto the tiptoes, bend the right knee and lift it up. And then bring the heel of the right leg over the toss. You don't have to do this, you can just stay in the down dog. It's a good stretch for the quadriceps. Like that. And bring it down. Again, if you're just staying in the dog, just practice heels down to the ground, one heel up, one heel off. The other one's bend the knee, lift the other leg up now. Okay, on tiptoes, of course, and across the heel across towards the front hip. Okay, and come down again. So we're going to bring the hands walking, try to do it in 3, 1, 2, 3. Come back towards it, forwards, just letting our head sink. Hands drooping down in front of us, just let the hands release and relax. And then, as we come up, bending the knees, pushing the pelvis forward, slowly coming up, and rolling the shoulders. Okay, so just grab yourselves a drink. And also okay. So it's sorry. So we're going to start by feeling our feet in the mountain, pressing into the ground here, and pulling the shoulders back, zipping up the belly muscles up and down, letting the shoulders go down. And we're going to press that mat away. So we're going to feel our feet here, pressing them up. So we're trying to tear it away and just noticing the muscles of the legs operating. Holding it there, coming back again. And then we're going to try and push the mat together. So trying to pull our feet together. Stretching out again, pushing away. And pulling the feet together. One foot in front. Bend the knee, back foot, about hips width apart. And you know this one well, so we're going to bring the arm, one arm back and one arm up, straighten the knee when we come up. So bending that knee, coming forward, inhaling the arm up, reaching the other arm back, keeping the knee bent. Breathe into it, and then straightening the knee as we bring the arms down to reach each other in the center and reaching back. And just keep into a rhythm, bending the knee as we come forward. Reaching back as far as you can. And straightening, bringing the arms up to the center. Reaching back. And one more time. Reaching back. This time bring the arm up to meet the other one. Okay. And now we're going to do a slightly different one. So we're going to straighten the knee, bring the arm down and out to the side. Okay, then we're going to bring the arms together as we bend the knee and the other arm out to the side as we come up. So this is again testing the left side of the brain. So straightening the knee, bring the arms together, one to the side, one up. Okay. Bending the knee, bringing the arms together, opposite arm up, opposite arm to the side. Okay, bring both arms up, straighten the leg, come down, hands onto your hips. Breathe in and push that bottom out as you come forward and reach the hands back into wings. Maybe you can clasp the hands behind your back, pull the shoulders together and reach. Or just reach back with your wings, bend the knee, come up, and do that on the other side. Okay. So, knee bent, opposite arm up, other arm back. Okay. Stretch as far as you possibly can. Really use this to stretch out. And then straightening the knee, bring the arms together and reach back. Breathe in as you bring the arms together, bend the knee and stretch, reach out. Just feel a pattern, a rhythm to your breathing. Whatever you do when you bring them together, straighten the leg. So you should be feeling this movement really symmetrically here, like a flow. Bring the arms together, bring both arms up, straighten the leg. Bend the knee now, reach out into warrior one. Okay, and then we're going to bring the arms down. We straighten the leg. Okay, so one arm goes up, one arm goes to the side. Okay, then we bend the knee, arms come to the center, one arm goes up, one arm to the side. So see what we're doing here, we're just straightening the knee, bringing the arms to the center, one arm up, one to the side. Okay, no, this is great for the brain working. To the center, one arm up. We always want to bring it down, but bring it to the side. So we're doing the same thing, bending the knee, and just practicing this working symmetrically. Okay, bring both arms up into the warrior one, bend the knee, straighten the leg, bring the arms down, hands on the hips, bottom out as we fold forward, keeping that front leg straight as we can. Stretch the hamstrings as well. You can bend the knee slightly. Bring the wings out. Okay, maybe you want to bring the hands clasped together and reach. Bend the knee, come back again. And on two feet together. All right. So, feet out to the side, wide. And we're going to get used to sort of like moving our feet. So we're going to be turning that way when we move that way, coming back again and turning this way and moving like that. So we're going to be stretching out now, again, like we did before, this whole part of the back there. So, okay, then the one knee, come to the side, okay. And we're going to start with the arm turned with the hand in front. Okay, so the back of the hand is the front, top of the hand is in front, and we're going to reach like that. Hold on, bend the knee, hold on to it. Okay, reach back, and then bring the arm forward and stretch it. So we reach back again, turn the palm, and stretch. And then we're going to bring the elbow back this time and stretch, reach. The elbow back, open the arm. So you get the feeling, you can do this fairly organically. You're just reaching out in different ways and really stretching everything. Sometimes you can bring the hand from the shoulder and reach, and sometimes you can bring it all the way back and lift it up and reach. And then make big circles with that arm now as you bend the knee and come up to standing. Okay, we do it on the other side now. So bending the knee out, it's a bit like a warrior too, but not quite. Okay, so reaching the hand back, arm Palms facing backwards, okay, reaching your hand back, really feel that, and then turn it and reach, make a circle, right? Palm facing back, turn it and reach. And now bringing your elbow back, all the way back, and reaching around, elbow back, reaching around. But Brenda this would be good for Brenda's back. And come back to center. Okay, so arms open out. We're going to have the feet out, pointing out to the side. Okay, arms open out. We're going to bend. We're going to come into a squat as we come down. So open the arms out wide. Make a circle. Come down into a squat. Remember which hand goes on top. Come down as low as you can. Open up. Cross the other hand now. Come down and open up. Cross the other hand. Come down and open up. Wide. Okay, reach the hands behind you, clasp the hands, reach up to the top, stretch. Okay, bring the hands down and take a moment here. So now we're going to do balance practice as we normally do it. I'm going to do the balance of lifting our leg up like this, but we're going to be using the stretching. Okay, so let's start with the balance practice. You know how this begins. Breathing in, everybody ready? Space. Breathing in, pushing the arms out. Right leg to the front, tighten it up. Okay, and I'm just going to have my hands down because I can't really, my knee hurts too much to do this, I think, but lifting up like that. Okay, so great. You don't have to have your hands on the hips because I am. I'm just, I'm really trying because it hurts me quite a lot on my knee to do this. Okay, right. Then hands together, push them out. This time we're going to bring the leg out to the side, flexing that foot. Now try waving your hands around, waving yourself around as you're balancing. If your foot comes down, bring it up again and come back again. Ooh. Now out to the back. So front knee slightly bent. You really know this so well by now. Turn the toe under the back and then bring the wings out and onto that front knee. Flex that foot and lift it up. Pushing it away, trying to level the hips. Maybe you can bring your hands forward. Oh, maybe you can bring your hands forward. Okay, lovely. And we'll do the same on the other side now. So, inhaling, exhaling, pushing those arms out, bring the foot forwards. Okay, come off the standing leg and push that foot up. Hold it there. Now you can maybe move your hands around, check your balance. And come down again. Hands into prayer. Pushing the arms out. And then bring it out to the side. Pushing that leg away. Okay, and now try moving yourself, keeping that leg taut. So you're going to fall over and come back again. Okay. And into prayer, pushing out. Going to bring the foot back, coming into a sort of warrior three. Flex the foot. You all know how to do this. You don't have to wait for me. Pushing the heel out. Okay. And you have the hands behind you, or you can have them forward. Okay, well done, everybody. Okay, so before we get into the last balance, we're going to go into the chair again. So feet about hips apart. Bend the knees. Push the bottom out. Now bring your hands folded on your knees. And that's not an uncomfortable position to sit in, to squat in or whatever. Pulling those shoulders back, There shouldn't feel much stress on your legs here because you're pushing everything, you're holding onto them basically by pushing your body onto it like that. Now, tightening up the buttocks a bit because we're going to release the hands and come back behind us into wings, holding it there. This may be your comfortable place to do the chair. Or you can bring the hands forward. Now it's getting tougher, belly muscles on. Okay, maybe you can lift the legs up, the hands up. Now it's really tough. Bring the hands down, bring them behind, and bring them back across your legs. And straighten up the legs, fold forwards. Let yourself go. And then we slightly bend the knees, come up with the Pilates roller, pushing the hips forward. And rolling the shoulders. Okay, last balance. Going to be, so again, coming onto the standing legs, sitting stretchy underneath. We'll be lifting up the leg like this, and holding it out, and then seeing if you can take the hand away. Or hold on to the wall if you want, that's fine. So we're not necessarily going to do it together. So belly muscles really strong here on that standing leg. Lifting it up. You might want to double it up. Let's see. Keep that standing leg slightly bent, opening the leg to the side, flex the foot. Now, can you lift your hand off the wall? Reach your hand out. And down again. Okay. Right, let's try it on the other side. So. Don't keep going, you don't have to wait for me. You can wrap the stretchy around you to get more pull here if you want to. Opening the leg out. And then keep that standing leg like that. See if you can bring your hands up. Balance like this. And come down. Okay, so before we come down to the ground, let's try the tree. Let's not try the tree. Let's go into the tree anywhere you want. Okay. Bringing your leg up, where does it feel comfortable? Is it here? That's on the knee. So when you've got it here, you can almost feel the calf just beneath the arch of the foot, or you can bring it up, whichever suits you. And again, or you could just hold your leg out to the side in the form of a tree. Bring the arms up. That's right. Moving the arms, swaying like the branches of a tree. Lovely. Very nice. Look, yes. Great. Okay, come down again. Now on the other side. Right, so you're pushing your foot, you've got your thigh into your thigh, and your thigh into your foot, and then reaching out those hands. Pulling the belly muscles into strength, and moving around, swaying branches of the tree. Well done, everybody. Excellent. Okay. So, time to come down to the ground. We're going to come into that, as I said, variety of twists, whichever one you want to do. So here's the twist. It's the back. So, whichever twist you want to do, whether it's just with your arms out here, bringing down to the side and then twisting and then holding it there, whether it's propping your legs and even tapping and twisting like that, or whether it's coming down like this and then reaching that leg out and pulling the other one around and twisting around, whichever one feels comfortable for you. So I'm going to do a final twist and do it on both sides. And then which one I like. I want to do that. So Nicole, if I were you, I'd come out a bit and move a bit over towards Linda there, or come down a bit because you're getting that pot sticking in the way. I do that in all units. So make sure you do it on both sides and hold it for a little bit. Okay. Just breathe into that twist, let it go. If you're doing the cat pulling the tail twist, you bring the hand down, bend the top knee back, and then come back. So make sure you've done your twist on both sides. If you want more time, do it on the other side, that's fine. You can wait. So Alison, while you're doing that, can you just stay in that pose, fine. And then see if you can reach your left hand round to reach that toe. Yes, that's right. No, that's okay. And then see if you can bring your right hand around the side of your head on the ground. And then you get a really strong twist there. Can you feel that? Yeah. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yes, it's right. If you like it, if it feels nice, do it, okay? And often you can get your leg further when you're like this, okay? You can pull that foot round so it's easier to reach, and then you can come over like this, and you've got more. Obviously, I've got longer arms and stretching out, really stretches the sciatic there, and twist the back up. Okay. So if you've done your twist, make sure you bring, we're going to do feet wide to the mat, and we're going to do some windscreen wide, that's just very nice to do. And then bring the knees into the chest. Just to realign whenever we do a twist and sort of roll around on the back. And then we're ready for the 3-part relaxation. Then you want to rock, down to the bottom. I'll put the music on. Okay, so if you've got your bags, you can put them on your tummy if you feel good doing that. Okay, enjoying this. You can do whatever you want. You can do pontoon with the sandbag on you. You can spend the whole relaxation in pontoon. You can have your legs up in the air. Do come down for a little bit though. So this is really your choice here. So we have 4 minutes left. Again, choose whether you want to come straight into Shavasana or whether you want to stay in pontoon or just even keep your legs in the air a little bit longer. Let go of thinking about the time, just relax, feel into it, do what your body needs to do. So there's a couple of minutes left. If you want to go straight into relaxation again, you don't have to. You can stay in pontoon, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so change of music signals, time to move, time to get yourself stretched out and ready to sit up. You're back all right? Yeah, good. Okay, right, so let's just finish off by taking the arms out. Okay, just slowly closing the eyes and lifting everything upwards with a deep breath in, hands reaching down towards the ground, palms facing the ground, breathing out. Really allow yourself to enjoy this breath. And hands into prayer. And we're going to finish with 3 Oms. Okay, so slowly we'll start on softer, get louder, and then we'll get really loud at the end. Okay, so breathe out, breathe in. Inhale.